Okay, the last sketch that I'm going to be doing is a 3/4 view. They're not quite in profile, they're not quite facing you. And this is the one that I tend to prefer to draw when I'm doing portraits. It's a little interesting, more dynamic. Each side is different, but the person can still be making eye contact with you. Okay, so yet again, I'm going to start with a circle. And I'm going to draw a line not in the middle of the circle, but about 3/4 of the way into the circle. And I'm going to curve that line just a little bit. I'm going to have them look down just a tad. Then I also like to kind of draw a line of how I want the shoulders to be. For this particular view, I don't think I want the shoulders just straight. I think I want them slanted a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to think about the forehead scooping out. And it goes out where the eyes are just a little bit, and then it scoops in. Goes out where the cheekbone is, and then scoops in. Goes out where the chin is. Then the jaw.
Ms. Connor, could you go to the front office, please? Ms. Connor, to the front office.
Okay. So there I have the basic shape. So now I'm going to draw the shoulder peeking out from behind the person. The eyes will go, I'm going to scoop the eye line all the way across, so I have a good thing. The eyebrows are slightly above it. The nose is halfway between that eye line and down here. And the mouth will be about here. Draw the neck and the other shoulder here. You see how this shoulder's peeking out from behind there? They're kind of tilting one shoulder up. That makes it a little more, gives it a little more movement. Okay, so I'm going to draw the ear here. Yet again, it falls about between the eye and the nose. Now, then I'm going to draw the nose line. So the nose line is going to be a little harsher on this one, kind of more like a profile than like a forward facing. On the forward facing, you use just mostly shading. On the profile for the 3/4 view, so this nostril is going to be a lot shorter than the other nostril. You're going to be really able to see the nostril on this side. It's going to be really short on that side. I'm going to erase some of these guidelines so they're not in my way. Then I'm going to draw kind of like where the eye would be. Here, the top lid. I'm going to draw a little C shape because I want them looking at you. And the nose is going to cover up a little bit of that eye. On this side, the nose will not cover up any of the eye. But I want to make sure it's pretty even with the first eye. And that the irises are pointing the same direction. Okay, now I'm going to draw the brows. And then the center line for the mouth. So the center line for the mouth is going to be shorter on this side because it's 3/4 view and longer on the other side because it kind of wraps around the face. Draw the top lip. I'm going to erase the extra guidelines. I drew this pupil a little bit large, but that's okay. I'm going to bring this jawline a little bit forward and add the rest of the details in the ear. Maybe shade in some cheekbone and a little bit of Cupid's bow. Maybe some of that chin. Maybe do a cast shadow. If the light's really strong, the face will put a shadow on this shoulder. The light's coming this way. And the nose will also cast a little bit of a shadow. Put a pupil in there. Okay, now I'm gonna add the hair. Well, here, let me put a shirt on this person real quick. I'm gonna do straight hair. So if they had, it's gonna be super straight hair. So it's gonna be a little bit textured, like a bunch of little triangles almost. It's gonna wrap around the head. Okay, so that's a basic view of a person in 3/4.